Addiction. I think it's safe to say that everybody has struggled with addiction of some kind, from smoking to drinking to gambling to listening to mommy ASMRs. That last part doesn't apply to me, by the way. I'm speaking for other people. It's a very common addiction that people need to talk about. So with that being said, addictions are very common. So it will make sense that at some point in time, there will be a television series documenting said addictions, but not with the common addictions that we're all familiar with. I'm talking about the strangest addictions. Hence the name of the show, My Strange Addiction, which aired on TLC May 2010. I'm going to cover the 3 of the most craziest stars on My Strange Addiction. Now, before we get into this, I do want to let it be known that I do have a bit of a guilty pleasure watching shows on TLC like My Strange Addiction, 600-Pound Life, Hoarders, Extreme Cheapsteaks. I don't know, like, I won't even tell my close friends this. I'm letting y'all niggas know. I don't know. I guess the only reason why I watched it is just because it makes me feel a little better about myself. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, just seeing all these people in these whack ass situations that I would have never thought would have happened. It's just weird. It makes me feel a certain way, but I can't look away. It's like you see a car crash, you know how bad it is, but you can't look away. Nathan was a 27-year-old living in Royal, Arizona when he appeared on the season 3 premiere of his My Strange Addiction. His addiction was his car. But it's not what you expect. You see, he had a 5-year intimate relationship with this red 1998 Chevy Monte Carlo that he named Chase.
My name is Nathaniel. I'm 27 years old. And I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Morning, baby.
He would do freaky ass things such as caressing and kissing his car. Apparently, Big Nate has a condition known as objectophilia. Basically, it's a condition when a person has an intimate relationship with inanimate objects, just like your relations with your fleshlight every night. He even claims that they have a favorite song by REO Speedwagon.
We always have such a good time together. He likes a lot of the same music I do. We have a favorite song. It's Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon.
Most likely because that's the only song you got that motherfucker playing. He surveys Chase at all times, even saying that if he doesn't see him in over 24 hours, his heart may stop. He really loved his car that much that he cries over that shit.
Nathaniel's so attached to Chase, he rarely lets anyone else drive him, and never lets Chase out of his sight for more than 24 hours.
There have been times it brought tears to my eyes because I wasn't with him at work. His picture's on my desktop, so I see his face all the time. It really bothers me when he gets dinged or scratched. If something were ever to happen to Chase, my heart would just stop. I just have to gather myself here. I'm sorry.
Which, I can understand, getting an expensive ass car, you wouldn't want anything bad to happen to it. But he treats it like it's an actual person. His father and roommate shared their concerns and would persuade him to get help, fearing it would affect his career at customer service. By the end of the episode, Nate's bond with the car is still strong as he continues to see his therapist. However, 10 years later, Nate would return to the show, notifying the viewers that him and Chase had got into a serious car accident. Nate would make a memento in his name. He still has the piece of the hood in his room. He still got the frames, the pictures in his laptop. He basically got a whole shrine for this shit. But he would end up getting into a relationship with his Lexus ES330 that he named Lexus. So, well, he sees both sides. I don't know. If he was to tell me that someone had an obsession and an addiction with cars, I would expect, Hot Wheels everywhere, maybe, some pictures of cars, maybe buying antique cars, even got a car for a bed, I'm saying, them Lightning McQueen beds. Not a homosexual relationship. This shit kind of crazy to think about. So let's say for whatever reason, Big Nate chooses not to be with Chase anymore. Do you think the resale value of the car would have gone up because now it's a popular car on TLC? Or do you think the resale value would have went down because of how many nuts was bust inside of its exhaust? Trina, a Florida mother, appeared on the season 4 premiere of My Strange Addiction, expressing the benefits of coffee enemas. If you don't know what enemas are, it's basically a process where you inject fluids into your booty hole to clean out the booty hole or whatever other reason you may have. I don't know what other reason you could have other than to clean out the booty hole, but hey, teach their own, am I right? And Trina's choice of fluids is coffee.
My name is Trina, and I live in St. Petersburg, Florida.
That's perfect.
And I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
For For the past 2 years, Trina hasn't been able to function without her daily coffee enemas, a procedure where liquid is injected into the colon to clean out the lower intestine. Her addiction is so intense, she does up to 4 every day.
When she first told her husband Mike about her strange habits, this is what he had to say.
My initial reaction was, my God, that's disgusting.
But Trina must have done some good convincing, because eventually Mike would try the coffee enema himself.
But I tried it, and now I'm addicted to coffee enemas.
Now you may be thinking, how do you discover such a thing? Well, you see, Trina used to experience a lot of digestive and liver issues. She would do research to find ways to stop her constant problems. That's when she ended up stumbling across the enemas.
2 years ago, Trina turned to this unconventional ritual after a series of health issues.
I had a lot of stomach problems, digestive problems, problems with my kidney, my liver. I started to do research and it led me into the coffee enemas. And immediately, I really started to feel the benefits and actually felt like I was living life for the first time in years.
No medical study has ever confirmed any benefit to coffee enemas.
So I guess the feeling of pumping hot fluids into your asshole must have been that euphoric it throws away any pain that you may have. Mike's mother, Jan, would press the two about their freaky ass habits, and the couples did not hold back on how they felt.
Talk to you guys about.
Yeah, go ahead, what?
Well, you know, I have real concerns. I have concerns for your health, and I have concerns about the
That's
caffeine.
ridiculous. It's not just about the caffeine. It's about the, detoxing your liver.
So how many times are you doing this a day? Because we never talked about that.
I'm doing it about 2 or 3 times a day.
Is that the equivalent of 2 or 3 cups of coffee?
Oh, it's not even comparable. It's going directly into your bloodstream once it enters your colon. So it's not even comparable to what coffee does when you drink it.
But if you drink a cup of coffee,
well, and you're getting
more,
it delivered in a different way.
It's gonna have a much quicker, much more intense, much longer lasting effect.
To me, you're getting a bigger caffeine jolt that you're getting
But
from a
you're
cup of
getting
coffee.
a jolt. What we're getting is not an energy jolt. We're getting a jump start for all of our organs to actually function.
It makes you feel better and have more energy, and it detoxes your body, and it has health benefits.
What I'm questioning is, can you stop doing this and see how you feel?
Sure, we could. We just don't want to.
Before their episode aired, they were 2 years into the addiction, and they convinced themselves that, they didn't have any problems with it. They felt way better since, so they have not met up with the doctor since. But with the convincing with Jan and their son, Taylor, they made up with Dr. Alan Waitrub. I think that's how you pronounce his name. After doing some tests, the two were perfectly fine, but the doctor still gave them warnings that should be acknowledged.
Your examinations are normal, you seem healthy. 3 major complications that I would be concerned about. The first one is the perforation risk of inserting the device. The second major concern I have is chronic constipation. When you don't use them, you're not going to be able to move your bowels. The third is the chemicals, not only the caffeine, but the other chemicals in coffee. I do recommend that you do eventually stop these enemas because of the potential complications.
I have a question. Is there any other kind of way to get cleaned out? I
that's
really
just
like
water.
the cleaned out feeling
Yeah.
a lot.
High brand diet will clean you out. You'll feel the same way by eating the right foods.
But it doesn't matter, because by the end of the episode, it stated that the two still has the addiction and plans not to stop. 40-year-old Christy, living in Vancouver, Washington, developed an addiction eating dirt.
My name is Christy. I'm 40 years old. I live in Vancouver, Washington, and I am addicted to eating dirt.
Her addiction started off when she was a child, simply being attracted to smell, resulting in her consuming it down the line. With dirt being everywhere, she eats at any chance she gets, but if by any chance the dirt isn't around, she'll store it in her bag. The show states that she's eaten over a whopping 700 pounds of dirt in a year, making that more than 5 tons since her addiction began before the episode aired. Do you know how big that is? 5 tons of dirt? And you consume that shit? That's fucking gross. According to her, the best part of eating the dirt are the white rocks that's in the dirt. She tries to avoid the small one because she fears it will break her teeth. So she precisely chooses the size of the rocks to consume with the fucking dirt.
The best part of the dirt is the white rocks. I really like the bigger ones because they're not as crunchy as the littler white rocks. I'm afraid I'll break my teeth if I get the wrong one.
Obviously, eating dirt is just not a good idea because that can come with a shit ton of problems. Like, do you know what's in dirt? You got like worms and shit and maggots and bugs and all kinds of germs. That shit not okay.
I mean, some of those things on there, I don't even know if they're like supposed to be consumed by humans.
Earthworm castings, kelp meal, oyster shell, and dolomite limes. That's disgusting.
With enough convincing from her family, she decides to reach out to Dr. Rick Jackson, and they run a few tests, and fortunately, she's healthy.
We ran. Good news. Your blood count right now is okay. There's no sign of severe infection, but I'd really plead with you not to push your luck. The serious health risks go all the way from the irritating to the potentially fatal.
It does worry me, and I don't want something to happen to, well, anything on me. This was my first step, and I will follow through. I don't want to hurt anybody, especially myself.
After that appointment, the show stated that she hasn't eaten dirt since. However, after the episode aired, she got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. When asked about the cancer, being tied to eating dirt, she responded saying that the form of cancer is super rare, that the dirt can't be a correct connection to it, but it also can't be ruled out. So I do want to let it be known that this article was written in 2012, and I couldn't find much information about her after the fact, like during the episode or after that article in 2012. So I really do hope that she's doing okay. I really hope that she did kick cancer in the ass, but other than that, it was only this little information that I could get about her ever since that episode airs. So just take what I said with a grain of salt. Yeah, wow, what a bunch of strange addictions. You know, I never would have thought that people would be into such things, you know, but hey, there are like 8 fucking billion people in the world, so I mean, there gotta be someone out there that likes something, you know. But hey, if this video does well, you know what I'm saying, make sure you drop a like button, and maybe I'll probably do another video showing off more of these crazy ass stars from My Strange Addiction. Other than that, y'all have yourselves a damn good one.